Hello friends, welcome to my online tutorial. My name is Pranav Shukla and today we are going for NCERT Standard 10 English. Our today's concern is supplementary reader. That means the chapter from Footprints Without Feet, and we are going for unit number 3, that is Midnight Visitor. Friend, this is a story dealing with a secret agent, maybe a spy. You must have heard about James Bond. So this kind of professions are called as secret agents, and obviously you know the story dealing with detectives or secret agents has got number of sensational, thrilling incidents in it. So it is going to be a very sensational story. It might be having some twist and turn and some very thrilling experiences dealt with by the main characters. Here we have the story of a secret agent, namely Ozable. Is expecting a very important report. Another secret agent, namely Max, threatens him with a pistol, demanding the report. So it is a spy or secret agent cold war kind of thing, where they really want to get custody of some very important report. So now both the secret agents are there. So who overpowers or dominates the other one? That is we are supposed to see. So our hero is Ozable. So let's see whether he outwits Max or not. So here as the story goes, Ozable spends an evening with the writer of the story, that is Mr. Fowler, who had expected that as he would be meeting a secret agent, he would be looking into a lot of adventure. But when he had met Ozable, he was not looking like a typical spy or a secret agent. Normally, secret agents are very, I can say, they've got very nice personality, very appealing one. They are attractive, they are well dressed, they are very smart, very flexible, active, and they really leave a very good impression upon you. But when he met Ozable, he found nothing out of it as a secret agent. So he was a bit disappointed. He thought that he would rather get a very boring time with him. And that was also admitted by Ozable. He admitted that he would be a boring person. So he leaves an impression of a boring person upon the author Fowler. So he gets bored when he meets Ozable, and as the things that happened were exactly the opposite what he had imagined. So his meeting with Ozable would be turned out to be a very thrilling one, maybe a very adventurous one, against his expectations. So how Ozable gets rid of his unexpected guest proves his expertise as a secret agent. So let's read the story, because I cannot tell you much about the story as it contains some secret, some twist at the end. So it's better to read the story. So let's go for it. I'm just bringing you the textbook. So here we have the textbook with us. Let's read the introduction. Ozable, secret agent, is expecting to get a very important report. Another secret agent, Mac, threatens him with a pistol, demanding the report. So we are supposed to see, does Ozable outwit him? Outwit means beat through his cleverness or something like that, or his wit. Okay. As there is a long chapter, we might complete in 2 parts maybe. So let's see what happens. Okay, Ozable, friends, one more thing I would like to tell you. In any secret agent story or any detective story, the only thing that solves the case and the only thing that is different in a secret agent or in a detective, that is there are two qualities. One is called as resourcefulness, other one is called as presence of mind. Presence of mind is something that makes you capable of taking some quick, appropriate decisions. And resourcefulness is something that that makes you enable to use the surrounding resources to get benefit out of it and turn the situation in your favor. So Ozable actually exhibit both the qualities over there and save himself. He uses his presence of mind and also uses all the resources around him to get rid of the situation. So how does he do it? Let's see that. This chapter is really a vocab treat. So we'll be having a lot of difficult words. I already put some meanings over there. It will be very helpful to you. So please note it down and use it practically. Ozable did not fit any description of a secret agent. So one idiom is there, did not fit. That means was not suitable for any description. So Fowler ever read very unorthodox, very offbeat secret agent, a bit heavy, obese, had a tummy, big one, not looking very flexible and active, and might not be able to even run very fast. So how could he be a secret agent? But he is, and he proves himself to be the best one. Following him down the musty corridor of musty means ill smelling, smelling of mold, humidity, as you open the kind of cupboard or the attic of your house, and it gives you the smell of something stale, something very, very unclean, stinking, smelling sensation you can get. The smell of humidity, moist, would be called as musty corridor of gloomy. Gloomy means depressingly dark. French hotel where Ozable had a room. Fowler felt let down, very disappointed. It was a small room on the 6th and top floor, and scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure. Don't misinterpret this word romantic. Romantic means very imaginative or having a fantastic view of reality, what we call as romantic. So one cannot get the expectation of any or imagination of any adventurous incident over there. Ozable was, for one thing, fat, very fat, and then accent, the way of pronunciation. Though he spoke French and German passably, that means just well enough, not so good, not so fluent. He had never altogether lost the American accent he had brought to Paris from Boston 20 years ago. Well, he's an American. He was from Boston and he had shifted himself to Europe, especially in Paris, but he had not lost his American accent. Now Ozable himself admits. What does he say? Let's see that. You're disappointed. Ozable said wheezily, once you walk and you are fat, and the way you get tired and the way you breathe very noisily and heavily, what we called as wheezily. You are disappointed, something like that. Or his shoulder, Malav is moving ahead of the author. Author is following him and is looking back. So from above his shoulder is speaking over there. You were told that I was a secret agent, a spy, dealing in espionage, that means spying. See the pronunciation: espionage, espionage, and danger. You wish to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. Well, author might have met him, might be working upon a story that based on the life of spy. So you wanted to get some real experience living with him. Reason why is with him. You envisioned mysterious figures in the night. Well, you might have imagined or dreamt of mysterious figures in night, the crack of pistols, tack, 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 drugs in the wine, and etc. As you can see in the secret agent movies, like the James Bond movies. But himself says that you must be disappointed. Instead, you spent a dull evening in a French music hall. Well, before going to their room, they might have spent an evening in the music hall listening to the French music. With a sloppy fat man, that means Ozable, who instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark-eyed beauties, the way you could see, or you might have seen in the secret agent movies, that there are beautiful ladies surrounding these agents. Agents are very attractive personalities, and these ladies also involved in their mission and secretly passing the messages throughout these chits and all that. So that could be expected from an agent, but Ozable was totally different, very unorthodox, that he admits over there in front of Fowler. So he admits further, he says, slipped into his hand by dark-eyed beauties, gets only a prosaic, very ordinary telephone call, making an appointment in his room. You've been bored. The fat man chuckled. So when he admits that you've been bored, he's speaking something as if he's confessing or admitting something of a reality. But his chuckling suggests that he has something that you cannot imagine or guess or expect from him. That will be revealed later. Chuckling is a very slow, suppressed, long enough laugh that suggests something is hidden that you are yet to be revealed. Chuckled to himself as he unlocked the door of his room and stood inside to let his frustrated guest, that is author of our story, enter. You are disillusioned. Malab, your hopes and beliefs have been shattered. You must be disappointed. But take cheer. My young friend, presently you will see a paper, a quite important paper. Malab, the author might have come to collect the report. And by getting this report, he will be a bit happier. So he is assuring him. So this is Ozable. This is Max. He's looking like a real secret agent, very smart and handsome. And this is our author. See, friend, check out this setting. Here we have a window. Barabar. That this is the armchair. This is the report that he wants to really collect. The pistol in his hand. Now, this man would actually try to get out of this window according to the situation, and he would be thinking that he would be transferring himself to the next apartment and would be running away from Ozable and some other dangers. But let's see what actually happens. Which several men and women have risked their lives. The report has come to me. Someday soon that paper may well affect the course of history. Now this seems to be a very important report that even might be having the potential of changing the history. In that thought of is drama, is there not? So this report might create some drama over there. So that is an assurance from Ozable to the author. Now, as he spoke, Ozable closed the door behind him. Then he switched on the light. And the moment the light came on, Fowler had his first authentic thrill. For the first time now he experiences thrill of the day. Authentic, genuine. For halfway across, the moment the light is switched on, he could see another man pointing a pistol towards them, and that is a thrill added to the situation. For halfway across the room, a small automatic pistol in his hand stood a man. Ozable blinked a few times. He took his time, might be, to get some plan ready. So Max, he wheezed. He moved suddenly and quickly. He wheezed. Spoke breathingly, noisily, heavily, as we already seen the meaning of the word. You gave me quite a start. Is again an idiom. You moved in suddenly and quickly and gave me a surprise or maybe a fright. I thought you were in Berlin. They know each other. And he knew the spies already got the news of each other or one another. So he admitted that, or he informed him that he thought that he was in Berlin, that is in Germany. So what are you doing in my room? So when have you come and what are you doing in my room? Here Ozable is trying to get him involved in some talk so that he would get some time to plan. Max now is introduced over there, as you have seen in the picture. Max was slender, a little less than tall, with features. He was not so tall, but also not short, medium heighted. Features that suggested slightly the crafty, cunningly smart. Pointed countenance. Countenance means facial expressions of a fox that is quite crafty and cunning. There was about him aside from the gun nothing especially menacing. If he didn't have the gun, one could not be afraid of, one would not be afraid of him. So there was nothing to be scared of this man, of his personality, except he had gun. Menacing means dangerous or threatening. The reportee murmured. He spoke quite slowly because he wants nobody should be able to hear him from outside. His presence should be a secret inside the room. The report is that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles. The report is about some missile project, and that will be a national issue. I thought I would take it from you. It will be safer in my hands than in yours. Here, I just wonder, author might be, apart from being an author, might be in a diplomatic relations, might be working with government, and might be there as an authority to collect some very important private secret report that is dealing with national security. So that is to be noted, please. So it will be safer in your hands. So Zabel moved to an armchair and sat down heavily. I'm going to raise the devil with the management this time. Now he pretends that he has a complaint. How could somebody be there inside his room without his knowledge? So one idiom another comes. Raise the devil means now we will cause some trouble with the manager, with the hotel management. And he's damn sure about it. You can just bet on it. He's definitely going to do it. He said it grimly. Now he admits that this is the second time in this month that somebody has got into my room through that nuisance of balcony. Now he's talking about a balcony outside that window, the window that I showed you here. He talks about a balcony outside this window, and he says that this balcony is attached to another wing of the hotel, and from that wing or from that part of the hotel, people get easily inside his room through this open window and balcony. So this has happened for second time in the same month. So management has to do something about, because he has already complained about it. So this is how he gives an impression to Max that there is a balcony outside this window, and if he jumps over this window into the balcony, he could get into the another side of the hotel and can get rid of this room easily. So he gives an impression or maybe an illusion in the mind of Max. This is the second time in the month that somebody has got into my room through that nuisance of a balcony. Fowler's eyes went to the single window of the room. It was an ordinary window against which now the night was pressing blackly. Well, outside the window, only dark night could be seen. So he was wondering, where is the balcony? So now Max is a bit curious. He asked, balcony? With a rising inflection. No, a pass key. Now he thinks something. Inflection means sudden quick thinking. And after thinking, he strikes one thing. He calls this balcony as pass key. Pass key means a key to the door of restricted area, or a secret door maybe. I did not know about the balcony. Well, if he knew about the balcony, he would have come from the balcony. But the way he admits that, it shows that he has not come from the balcony. He has managed to come inside the room through the main door. Well, he might have got help of somebody, maybe from the hotel, maybe waiter or somebody. But now he realizes that he can just get rid of that balcony. That would be easier to get rid of the room from the balcony rather than from the main door. So he's very happy. It might have saved me some trouble I had already known. He might have faced some trouble to get into this room through the main door. But now there will be no trouble if he finds that balcony to get rid of it after collecting the report. So Ozebel now clarifies. He says further. Now he takes his time, see. It is not my balcony, Ozebel said with. He says that a window is simply a window. After the window, there is nothing of this, his apartment or room. But just opposite to the window, another apartment of the same hotel is there, or maybe apartment of somebody else. And from this apartment, they have stretched a balcony that is very close to the window of Ozebel's room. So it is not totally attached, but if one can jump, can easily get into the balcony. So this is taken as an advantage by the intruder to this room. This is what he says. Try to understand that all setup. It is not by my balcony, Ozebel said with extreme irritation. It belongs to Malawi. Is so frustrated and fed up of this balcony. It belongs to the next apartment. He glanced explanatorily, as if he's trying to explain something, at Fowler. If he directly tells Max about this, Max might get doubted as he is a secret agent. So Ozebel tries to be very casual so that he cannot be doubted. So he's talking to Fowler, trying to explaining to him. You see, this room used to be part of a large unit, and the next room, through that door there, now he's pointing it out, used to be the living room. It had the balcony, which extends under my window now. You can get onto it from the empty room 2 doors down, and somebody did last month. The management promised to block it off, but they haven't. So he's explained the entire setup, and that is quite convenient if Max wants to get rid of through that window and then through that balcony. Just keep it in the mind. Now Max glanced at Fowler, was standing stiffly not far from Ozebel. and waved the gun with commanding gesture, as he was commanding, please sit down. It is simply please, but the tone is not of request, it is of commanding. We have a wait of half an hour, I think. So again, we have a wait of half an hour, I think. 31 minutes. Malab, report is to come within half an hour. So Ozable further engages him in thinking and talking. He says not half an hour, it is 1 minute more, that is 31 minutes. He said very moodily, he doesn't see, this is his presence of mind. He did not get panic. He was not so frightened. He understood the situation and acted very calmly so that he could think of a plan. This is the difference of an ordinary man and a secret agent. Well, they find out the way out of extreme difficulties and adversities. The appointment was for 12:30, so it might be around 12 o'clock. I wish I knew how you learned about the report, Max. Now we asked Max to explain him how he came to know about the report, so it would again get him some time. The little spy smiled evilly, with evil intentions, and he says, and we wish we knew how your people got the report. Well, Ozable seems to be grateful and might be curious to know how Max learned about the report. On the contrary, Max is really wondering and regretful that before him, Ozable was able to manage the report. So he changes the talk and doesn't answer so straightforwardly. But no harm has been done. I will get it back tonight. What is that? Who's at the door? Now somebody knocks the door. So here we end the part 1. Brother, I'm just leaving you guessing what would be at the door and whether Ozable would be able to save his report or not. So we will quickly go for the next part very soon.